It all started in undergraduate school. We would do figure drawing classes, but we never had black or brown models, so I didn't know how to paint black or brown skin. We had an assignment to paint someone we know, and I decided to paint one of my friends, and she's a black woman. I remember my professor was critiquing me on the way I was painting her skin tone, like, oh, there's too many red undertones, she looks a little orange, and I'm just like, it's not like we have resources to learn how to paint for that. And so I just painted the figure completely pitch black. I started to really fall in love with the contrast of the darkness with the light, and eventually it ended up being my signature style. A lot of the times in Western society, dark and light are at odds, so I really liked incorporating both dark and light harmoniously in one image together and show that dark can be beautiful, it can be sublime. The assignment that the New Yorker gave was for the 100th anniversary of voting rights for women.
Susan B. Anthony and her followers have won for women the right to vote.
August 26, 1920.
The 19th Amendment becomes law.
The official date of this enactment came on August 26, 1920.
It's the 100th anniversary of voting rights for women, but Black women were able to vote till 1965 when the Equal Rights Voting Act was passed. I wanted to highlight that as well in my work and acknowledge the brutal reality of the inequality that was taking place during that time. I knew I wanted to do a historical portrait. I wanted to really paint and honor a woman that has really helped create change. Sojourner Truth was the pioneer to really advocate for voting rights for all women of color, and she deserves to be recognized. So she managed to escape slavery. She was the first Black woman to win a case against a white man, gaining back her infant son. As soon as she escaped, she became a suffragist for women's rights, and she coined the phrase, "Ain't I a woman?" which was about the attack on Black womanhood. Despite the circumstances she was born into, she was able to still advocate for something and still stand strong for who she was, and she never played it safe. In the original photo, it looks like she's gone through a lot. There's pain there. But I see someone who's also empowered and resilient. So I kind of wanted to make it relatable to this time where there's still a heaviness going on in the world, but there's also a brightness. We're in an age where it's about being aggressive and being forthright and strong. And I think that's amazing, but I also believe it's important to show the softer side, and that's how I use my colors to kind of incorporate a softness into the image. Yes, this is a strong woman, but she also has a humanness to her and a soft side to her that deserves to be protected and recognized as well. I really love the flowers in the original photo because they were kind of like drooping down a little bit, and I felt like that kind of almost represented the mood during that time where there's flowers, they represent beauty, but they're also drooping down. And so I wanted to change that and show the flowers going upward to show like positivity and hope. I like to incorporate collage as well and decorative papers a lot of the times to capture like the woolly texture on her scarf. I'll use a paper that replicates that woolly texture. For me, it's important to incorporate different materials into the artwork so it won't be just a painting, but it'll also have more dimensions to it. The eyes are interesting because I collage in the eyes. A lot of times people think I paint them, but they're actually collaged in from magazines, and so I have like a collection of eyes that I use from no specific person. The eyes are such a central part of any figurative painting, so it's kind of fun that they're taken from a random source of a random person. And then once you cut the eyes out of the magazine and you put them into the painting, it takes a whole new life. Like, it can look one way in the magazine, but then once I slap them on the painting, it looks completely different. Like, you would never even guess that it would be on this top model or this photo of a person on the street. The most surprising part of the portrait is probably the hummingbirds. They represent peace and tranquility, and also my grandma, she loved hummingbirds as well. I think that her story also relates to Sojourner Truth in terms of growing up in a very hard and difficult time and still finding a way to thrive. And the fact that she looked to hummingbirds as a way to keep hope alive, I wanted to incorporate that into the painting as well. I haven't seen the full cover version yet, so I'm excited to see it.
This looks like it could be it. I'm pretty sure it's it.
It's such a difficult time that we're in right now. And I would say it definitely gave me the fuel to paint Sojourner Truth. And it also helped me understand why I paint the skin pitch black, because it's not about being realistic. It's also about showing how apparent it is and how much it affects the way the image is perceived, but also your life.
This is so unreal. Like, I'm like shook right now. Sojourner Truth. I painted it. What is life? Here is Sojourner Truth. Know her name. Remember her. It's just feels good. Right.
Black is not just strong, but it's also soft. It's also elegant. It's also defined. We do go through a lot because of the color of her skin, but there's also a lot of beauty. There's also a lot of life. There's also brightness and color to it as well.